nicely done Arrows cheerleaders. Now, this is the final Football Friday of the year, and it is by far the busiest we've ever had in the history of KDLT or the world, with games in South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. I am a chilly Mark Ovenden, and he is Zach Borg.
Yeah, I am Zach Borgen. This guy would know about history of KDLT. All season long, Football Friday brought to you by RepairableVehicles.com. We start our coverage with maybe the game of the night, the 11 AAA semifinals at Howard Wood. First up, top-ranked Washington hosting the O'Gorman Knights. This was a good game when they met a couple of months ago, and it was even better this time. O'Gorman actually up 5 after 1. Tupac Capea. He always seems to have a run like this where he just emerges. This is a 31-yard touchdown. It's one of his 5 touchdown runs. He ran for more than 250 yards. Washington on top. Knights are not going away. Isaac Struck threw for more than 430 yards. Great fade to Max Tibbetts. OG down 2 at half. We move ahead to the fourth quarter. They're still down by 2. Less than 2 minutes left for Jason popping his squad until Evan Witry gets into the end zone. Did it look like they kind of let him in?
The sea parted for that one. So O'Gorman's got the lead by 6.
Yep, and they've got it with about 19 seconds left. That's plenty of time for Washington to march down. Jaden Johansson on the roll. Time ticking away. Peyton Yonke for the touchdown. They would kick the point after, and Washington wins a classic 42-41.
There's your winning point. All right, then it was Brandon Valley, also at the Wood against Roosevelt. Now, Roosevelt scored right as I walked in, and I was ticked off. But on the next play, Thomas Skolton with a scramble hits Carter Altoff. He's gone, and I'm like, yes! I got a touchdown. But I wasn't done, or I should say they weren't done, because after the kickoff, first play, freshman Tyler Feldkamp, look at the burst!
Wow.
71 yards and a touchdown. I got 2 touchdowns, even though I missed the one. We weren't done, though. Braden Peterson sneaks it in the corner of the end zone. It's 20-13 Brandon Valley, but watch this play at the end of the first half. Carter Lohr throws to Nick Hookstrup, who throws to Jet Bond. Wow, that ball went all over the place. They are in double overtime right now.
Roosevelt leads 41-40.
41-40. And
Brandon Valley's trying to figure out whether they want to go for the tie or the win.
Wow.
So what an incredible day at Howard Wood.
Absolutely incredible. All right, on to 11 AA, where Harrisburg has its quarterback back on the field after that broken collarbone tonight. They played at Mitchell in the semifinals, and Nicole Griffith was there.
Hunter Headley certainly makes a difference in the Tigers lineup, Mark. But tonight they faced the defending champion Colonels in Mitchell, and it was a battle of defenses early at the Q and a 0-0 score after the first quarter. But early in the second quarter, the Tigers are going to strike first on Hunter Headley to Sam Lowe's 37-yard touchdown catch and run, getting the Tigers up on the board 7-0. But Mitchell's going to answer right back. Quarterback Keel Nelson is going to go for 40 yards on this quarterback keeper. He's going to tie it up 7-7. You see that fist pump right at the end. He's excited. But like we said, Headley, he's a playmaker. He's going to connect with Lowe's again on this 30-yard touchdown, putting the Tigers back on top 14-7. They're going to go on and win 20-7.
All right, also Pierre, 35-13. They'll play in the championship in 11 AA. On to Class 11A, where Madison hosted Milbank in a battle of Bulldogs. The Bulldogs would jump out early. We're talking about Madison, that is. Josh Giles to Jackson Yonke on the slant, and that's a quick touchdown. Next Madison possession, Giles goes over the top to the other Yonke, Jaden, and the Bulldogs, Madison, is up 13-0.
It's not confusing.
Madison getting it done on special teams. We've shown you many of these this year. Another block punt, Johnny Rickey. And Jaden Yonke would return it deep into Milbank territory. Doesn't quite take it in, but then Jaden would poke it into the end zone, and Madison would roll in this one 40-7.
Quick update, Roosevelt game final. Roosevelt wins 41-40 in double overtime. Now on to Dakota Valley, undefeated this season, hosting St. Thomas More. The Darlings, the Cinderellas. Time run out on Cinderella tonight. Great interception there. Brennan Moran picked off by Jake McCabe. He returns to the 23-yard line, puts him in perfect position for Austin Carter into the end zone as the Panthers go up 20-3. They have that really strong run game. They have a wing formation, so they have a lot of different guys who can run, a lot of misdirection, and guys like this, Nate Rice, 40 yards. All Dakota Valley, they're heading to the chip. They win 34-11. And again, the Madison score is there, right there as well. Another great matchup in 11B in Volga. Top two teams clashing, Bridgewater, Emery-Ethan, and Sioux Valley. The opening kickoff, Abaya Plastow says baya. He goes 88 yards, and it's 7-0. Seahawks on the road. This team lost their best running back to an injury at Madison earlier in the season.
Got a great coach.
Yeah, Jeff Van Loor, the winningest 9-man coach. He can do pretty well in 11-man, too. And how about Brady Hawkins? He can do pretty well throwing the ball to Jamin Arend. And the visitors are just stunning them. It's 14-0. Now, Sioux Valley tries to get back in it on the ensuing possession. Noah Peets will find Tyler Schwartz for a touchdown. This cuts the deficit to 14-7, but what a game for Bridgewater Emery-Ethan. They win it 35-7.
And at the Bob, Sioux Falls Christian hosting Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, and the Blackhawks would take the lead here on John Whitty's touchdown.
Another former 9-man team.
But late in the second quarter, Parker Nelson, who'd been stymied throughout the first half, looks like he's tackled there. Oh, wow. He's not. He keeps his balance. He shakes free. And he is gone for the touchdown.
He always seems to have one of those runs,
Sioux Falls Christian runs away with it. Your final score, 21-7, and there's your Bridgewater Emery-Ethan score. There's your 11B teams that got into the championship. 9AA, Gregory and Irene Wakanda both win. 9A, Corsica Stickney and Britton Heckla both win. On to 9B.
Yeah, it was a rematch in Coleman with Castlewood taking on Colman-Egan. And the host team had a pretty good day, up 26-7 in the second quarter when Keith Crisp, with a crisp move, shaking and baking a couple guys before fighting his way into the end zone as the Hawks, the defending 9A champs, of course down in 9B this year, looking to return to the championship game. Castlewood's first drive of the second half, Brandon Beneke scrambling, looking, and eventually finds Kevin Munoz for the touchdown. Castlewood trying to get back into this game, but nobody's been able to stop Colman-Egan this year. It's Cade Gross. The Grosses, Bodie and Cade, leading the way as usual. He finds a hole. He is going to go all the way. Colman-Egan is heading back to the Dakota Dome. They win at 54-13.
And Sully Buttes was also a winner today as well. All right, a busy day at SMSU in Minnesota high school football playoffs and 2 AAAA, quadruple A. Marshall hosting Waseca, and Waseca actually took the lead in this game.
Wow, that's
when
rare.
Hunter Rodriguez hit Jack Vetch, but then Marshall, they just take over. Jefferson Lee with a carry, 28 yards. He's gone for the touchdown.
At the end there.
And then it's going to be Jefferson Lee again. Another nice run here, setting up another touchdown. They win 34-13.
In Section 3AA, Pipestone went up against Redwood Valley, and this one turned into a dandy as well in the first quarter. Pipestone marches right down the field. Jordan Batts runs it in from 5 yards out. It's 7-0 Arrows. In the second quarter, it really looked like Pipestone was going to run away and hide. Cody Thompson finds Braden Reek in the end zone. It's 14-0. Redwood Valley comes all the way back. They force overtime, kick a field goal on their possession. Pipestone, they ain't taking no field goal. They're getting the touchdown. Cody Thompson to Isaiah Burns for your walk-off winner, if you will. Pipestone heading to state 20-17.
All right, in the morning game, it was Minneota against Bold in Section 5A, second quarter. Alex Poland finding Thomas Hennon over the middle for the touchdown. We showed these highlights at 6 o'clock. The Vikings actually trailed early in this game, but they would roar back and dominate after this. Watch him shake free and hit Hennon again.
He's a four-year starter, by the way.
As Bold is going to win this boldly. Your final, as we go to the scoreboard, 35-22. It was Pipestone again in overtime with that touchdown pass winning. Jackson County Central losing 29-21, and Marshall 41-13 was a winner.
Let's head over to Iowa, Class 1A, where the Wildcats of West Lyon are ranked number 1. They hosted Western Christian, the defending state champs. Second quarter, Wildcats up 14-3. Jaden Snyder on the screen checks down to Monte Potabom, who rumbles for 22 yards down to the 4-yard line. So, yeah, you got to let him finish what he starts on the touchdown run as he burrows in. It's 21-3 West Lyon. And then on the very next play, they gave their fans even more to get down about, because on defense, Caleb Harmson is picked off by Justin Quistra. He returns deep into Wolfpack territory. That set up another Potabom touchdown. It was all West Lyon. They take this one by a final of 42-3.
There he goes, right into your living room. All right, Class 2A, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley hosting South Central Calhoun. The visiting Titans down 14-0. They get a first down on this play, but then they go to the air. Shouldn't have done that. They connect with Tanner Mackey down the far sideline, but watch what Billy Rankin does.
Boom!
Ball comes free. It's recovered by the Nighthawks, and they go on to win 28-20. And finally, in Class A, West Sioux is also ranked number 1, just like West Lyon. And the Falcons hosting West Hancock tonight.
Lot of West.
And it was all West Sioux. Jake Lynott catches the punt return, takes it to the outside. He is gone for the touchdown. Later in the first, guess who again? Takes the direct snap, takes it toward the outside, uses his speed, runs for a touchdown, his second of the game. And why not get the hat trick?
Why not?
Lynott takes the handoff, breaks a tackle, down the sideline, his third score of the game. What a year West Sioux is having.
2 wins from a title.
Your final score, 54-12 in Class A as they roll. I think they were actually behind in this game, believe it or not.
You wouldn't know.
West Lyon, 42-3. They have had a sensational year. They've not only not lost, I don't think anybody's even come close to them
really.
all season long. As for Boyden-Hull, Rock Valley,
There was a close game. That got interesting late in the second half.
turned out to be close. Your final score, 28-20. So again, recapping, Roosevelt in double overtime scores, kicks the extra point. Brandon Valley scores, doesn't.
Yep.
Your final score, 41-40 in that game. And in the first game before that,
42-41.
Washington beats O'Gorman 42-41.
So we had about 2,000 combined yards of offense at Howard Wood.
And several thousand points, too. We
Great
hope
way to
you
end the
enjoyed our
Football
last
Friday.
show. We'll be right back.